there's no good place to stop because it's so like condensed and they're shoving so much into these 2 minutes. It's just crazy the sounds you can make with the voice. I feel like every time we listen to Improver, we're just mind freaking blown. And today is no different. We have the new beatbox from Improver. This is called Tonight. Yeah, we're gonna jump right into this, but before we do, just a friendly reminder to please like and subscribe. And with that said, come be mind blown with me. Let's go.
Tonight we try to find the light. So hard explain my heart in flame. Tonight we try to find the light. So hard explain my heart in flame.
Okay. I feel like because these are so short format and you kind of, and obviously too, like, I mean, okay, I don't mean it in like, it's a short format, it should be longer. No, they're putting a lot into these 2 minutes. So like, not saying that at all. It's just more, there's no good place to stop because it's so like condensed and they're shoving so much into these 2 minutes. That it's just like, it's hard to stop it. It's amazing so far. One thing I just want to, okay, where are we at? 101. Okay. One thing I want to go back and just check this out.
So hard.
You can see his like nostrils flaring. So it's almost like,
My heart.
I don't know exactly, I don't beatbox, so like I don't know like the anatomy of the voice, but like it seems like he's having kind of like that suck in air and then kind of like holding or putting pressure and kind of it's having that process where he's able to make that sound and then also follow it up with some lyrics. And then and here the it's so cool because it's like you have this really low kind of like bass sound, but then you also, if you kind of listen to how he flips up to get that higher note and then kind of steps back down into that really low kind of sound, but you can kind of hear like it's almost like here, like to me, just listening to that and trying to kind of like, this is what is also really interesting about watching these beatboxing videos is like trying to think about how are they doing this vocally. Again, from someone who's not, you know, I don't know all of the bits and bobs and how they all come together. But it sounds to me like he's doing that stepping up and down vocally, and you can hear it, especially it's almost like what you would think of when you like go to yodel, and that how he flips up, because you can almost, it's not necessarily like, yeah, it's like a controlled kind of vocal break that you would kind of hear when you hear yodeling. But if you just listen to you get that deep, rich sound, then you kind of have that middle note, and then it kind of flops up and then flops back down. And he kind of does it repeatedly. You know, it kind of has that. And then he adds stuff to it, which is sick. It's also really interesting when he's making like those bass sounds are so freaking fun, and it's kind of crazy how much like it's just crazy the sounds you can make with the voice. And it's also interesting too. I always like watching kind of like what they're doing, and you can kind of see from the corner of his mouth on this side that it's like vibrating a lot. And not saying that necessarily, obviously, that's where all the sound is coming from, but it's just cool to kind of like see some of the stuff that you wouldn't normally see with more, I don't know, just clean vocal singing, the vibrations that he's making with his voice. I don't know if it's vibrations. It sounds like vibrations, and then it almost feels like it's just like crawling out of him, this like boom, boom, kind of just ripply bass. And his cheek. Oh! How is he? Okay. So, obviously, you have the voice, you have the breath, and the way that your mouth is kind of positioned and stuff obviously has an impact on the sound that you make. So I guess that's what I was trying to say before, and how it's really cool to see, the different formations that they kind of use everything together to make what this is. So, physical, breath, voice. And the sound that he's making definitely feels like he's kind of like up in his nasal kind of area. But it's really interesting because I don't see anything physically visual other than maybe like his internal kind of like folds giving it that kind of like with his nasal, but like outside you can't see anything, so it's kind of like it's disembodiedness, but it's just really cool. Like you can kind of see him scrunching up a little bit, but
Tonight,
like incredible freaking control and doing multiple things at the same time. Like that is crazy and so cool. Mad respect to freaking beatboxing in general, but Improver does a really freaking good job. So freaking cool. Okay, y'all, I've kept you long enough for a 2-minute video, but there was just so much in that that is just it's a whole new world for me. So it's also, it's just the curiosity and the questioning and the awe of just how much they are doing with such clarity and control. is very admirable. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my reaction to this. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you cute patooties in the next one. Bye, y'all.